for kind of a Arca Swiss kind of safety mechanism that I've invented myself. And then also hanging off of it is a bag that holds my USB battery pack for my time lapses. So then that way it just constantly powers it up. And also charges my phone. Thank you, micro USB port. Thank you for being there for the better part of a decade.
Closing all doors. Make some little noises with the windows, and then we're all set.
Yeah.
Spencer Pablo,
Scott Davenport.
Photographers in Cars.
Welcome to our newest episode yet.
Indeed.
It's weird.
It was weird.
It's weird, man. It's you. You did it. You said Spencer Pablo. I'm
introducing
Spencer
you.
Pablo.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Well, next time I could say, and here's the man who needs no introduction, and I'm Scott Davenport.
Gosh. So,
Yes. So you had a topic.
I did, because I have found, you guys know me as a gear person. You know me as a gear person. I dig gear, but I've really tried to just calm down with that whole like gadget stuff.
But not today.
No,
It's okay. It's all right. If it makes you happy,
yeah,
that's cool.
Well, no.
Yep.
So I've just found that when I don't think about the gear so much, then my head's in the right place, and I'm like, taking pictures.
Mm-hmm.
But only and I got used to that. But very recently, I was like, there are some surprising things that I use that I didn't think I was going to use as much as I do. Namely, RX0. So these little Sony RX0s that are 1, 2, and 3 here, and you have a fourth one as well. These are tiny, cute, adorable little cameras that honestly I felt were just going to be a recording video for this show. Really, that was the only time I would bring them out. I'd have to remember to charge them for our next episodes.
Right.
But summer happened.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter's out of school, and I get, Daddy, let's go to the swimming pool. Let's go do this, that, and the other out in the water. And I'm like, you know what? I used to have a waterproof phone, but not anymore. There's a lot of fun memories I want to capture in the water.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, the RX0s, they're waterproof.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So we're not sponsored by Sony, but Sony, if you're listening,
Yeah, man.
you can reach to us at photographersincars.com.
Yeah, we have so many of your stuff.
So like having a waterproof camera, and especially in Northern Hemisphere summer.
Oh yeah.
Whether you're at an ocean, at a lake, going to a splash park, especially if you got younger kids and so forth. Yeah,
and they're so small. They're
really
so small.
are.
I can fit all of them in one of my
my
pockets. Well,
no, they're about what?
You would die.
Roughly, yeah. You may not breathe. But they're roughly like an inch cube, a little bit longer on the one side. But yeah, they really are compact.
They are. I mean, the battery doesn't last so long, but I mean, if you're cognizant of that, and you operate in drier temperature, in drier environments, you can just have it plugged in, via USB, and it'll charge that way. Just I
usually get about an hour out of mine.
Yeah, me
average.
too. Me too.
And if you're grabbing either just stills or just little video clips of stuff, water wise, I mean,
and they do slow motion, and so it's kind of interesting, and that actually leads me to my next. And this one's the epiphanous gadget that I have.
Really? Okay.
Because whenever I would do video, or I'd edit photos or something like that, that would mean going to my desktop computer and actually doing all of that stuff there. Well, I have a Chromebook made by this one's the Google one, so this is the Pixelbook.
Okay.
But this one here runs Android apps, and I now am able to get the slow motion video that will not transfer to a normal phone, put them in here, and I can edit my videos all using the apps that work on my phone on here.
Right. So I'm curious, why does the slow-mo not go to the phone?
It saves it in a certain way that Play Memories won't allow it to Wi-Fi transfer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't remember the format off the top of my head, but it warns you and it says, "Hey,
formatting
I can't send it over."
Gotcha. Okay.
My RX10 does though. I don't know. Maybe it's a setting, but at any rate, I can get that, and I can do my audio tracks on here. I can do a lot of that stuff. And also now I have to give a nod to Adobe, because for a long time, for I want to say maybe about 2 years or 3 years even, gosh man, Adobe sucked for a while. Sorry. But I'm talking about the performance of the software. Lightroom has been horrible.
Oh yeah.
In the past, I want to say half year, Adobe has done some crazy stuff to Lightroom that it runs better. And now with the latest update, my presets can sync from my computer over to Lightroom CC, and that allows me to edit photos on here to this, nearly as efficiently as I can do it from my desktop machine. From my phone, same thing. So I just find myself using this more than I even use my phone. And it charges with the same cable.
For the phone, the limiting factor for me has just always been the size of it.
Yeah.
And some of it's the nature of the work that I do. I'm doing local adjustments or this or that. And it's hard to do that on, my iPhone 6 is 4-inch screen or 5-inch screen, whatever it is, even on a laptop, I'll do that when I'm in the field or on an extended trip. But I still want my big machine. But that's nice. That's a decent size. That's a decent size.
It is.
It's like a 9 to 10 inch.
I think
screen?
I don't know, maybe it's an 11-inch screen, but it turned on.
And
So
it
turned on, so it does this, but then, oh my God, it turns into a tablet, just like that. And the keyboard itself disables, so I can actually manipulate that way. But let me just turn this off.
And these aren't that incredibly expensive.
No, they're not. And
a few $100s?
I think a couple $100. Yeah. This one's an exception. This one's like $1,000.
Of course,
this is like
you're you.
Well, no, this is the most premium. Look how beautiful this is, right? But I have heard people with 3-year-old Chromebooks use it today, and it still feels like it's brand new. The same cannot be said for my phone. Like a 3-year-old phone, oh my gosh, no. So, it actually does a lot more than I thought. I can make I used to think that Chromebooks required an internet connection. Well, for the most part, if you want to do stuff you do, like surfing the internet, checking your email, you would need an internet connection, but I can create a hotspot with my phone. But there's a lot I can do on this offline. I can design, because I've been doing a lot of kitchen remodels. I'm designing my kitchen on this thing. And I can write documents, and I can edit photos and all that stuff offline. And then when it sees the internet, that's when it all syncs. But this thing it's remarkable. Nice. So there's this. How about you? Have you been
piece of gear that I'm using a lot recently that surprised me is the Platypods. Now, we had Platypod on the show some number of episodes back that I just can't calculate. They were
7.2 episodes ago.
Let's go with that, yes. Precisely. They sent us some kit. We did unboxing here, and I even did a separate video on my other channel on this, because I'm surprised how much I'm using them now, and I just keep finding more and more uses for them.
Yes.
It's I'm not giving up my big tripod anytime soon, but for a whole bunch of different stuff, it's just been incredibly versatile. Everything from when I'm scouting locations and I don't feel like carrying around the big tripod.
Yep.
I've got one of the Platypods in there, and I'm able to capture photos I wouldn't be able to do handheld.
Oh yeah.
That's been awesome. B-roll, so a lot of the video that we'll do, I'll set up a Platypod, sometimes two if I've got enough cameras, and just starting to get multi-angle shots and everything. Yeah. You got another box of stuff.
I know. So this is
that the Max. That's the original.
This is the original. So I backed Platypod on Kickstarter. I don't know, maybe 2 years ago. By the way, Platypod, they actually, in an un-Kickstarter-like move, released their things ahead of schedule, which was amazing to me.
I see what you mean.
So I was like, whoa, what just showed up in my front door? And it was the Platypod. And so there's two, and I know we did an unboxing, but I wanted to say that there's a use for both that I found.
Exactly. I love the footprint of the Ultra, which is the smaller one. However, if you're using a full frame camera
or a bigger lens,
you either need to be very, very particular about balance, or better yet, use the Max, which is the bigger one. And then the thing that's nice is they're both very flat. They collapse down. The trip I was on recently, left the tripod in the car because it was like hour 7 into scouting. I'm tired of carrying this thing, and I forgot that I had the Max in my bag because it was that small and thin and was just in there. And, it was like had that aha moment. Oh wait, broke it out. Was able to use it. So I've been surprised how much I've been putting those to use. It's a piece of gear that. It's almost like the origin story of Twitter. It's like the thing you didn't know you needed until you had it, kind of thing,
Yeah. And it's fairly inexpensive, right? I mean, compared to you shoot with a really right stuff set of legs, man. Those things are
any good set of tripod legs will run you several $100s easily, and then you can do what I think everyone's done, myself included. You get the less expensive tripod, and then that burns itself out in 6 months, and then you're going to get the next level up, and then finally you buy the third time around, and you've spent just as much money as getting the right one the first time.
The first time around, right?
But granted, also, my shooting conditions may be a little more severe than others. I'm in salt water all the time. I'm shooting windy areas, and all that kind of stuff. So it depends on what you need. But for a lot of situations, finding really good use for Platypods.
Speaking of tripod and things that we're finding use for, this water bottle. I have used this. Actually, I always, whenever I go out shooting, I have a water bottle on me. Whenever I'm recording a podcast, I have a water bottle on me. Well, I've actually used this as a ballast before.
We should have featured that on the tripod episode.
I totally forgot. I forgot about that. And sometimes it holds a drink that I can drink.
Yeah.
So hey, kudos to you, water bottle.
Unsung hero. Yeah. Photography. The water bottle.
There are just these times where I'm just like, wow, I'm using this thing.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I was going to use it this much.
You got another one? I mean, so you mentioned the Chromebook and the RX Zeros. Anything else?
And the Platypods, USB chargers. Those little battery.
Oh, the battery packs,
the USB.
Kind of
yeah.
Okay.
So I will. Most of my tripods have a leash made by Peak Design, kind of attached to the center column of it, because from that I attach my camera for kind of a Arca Swiss kind of safety mechanism that I've invented myself. And then also hanging off of it is a bag that holds my USB battery pack for my time lapses. So then that way it just constantly powers it up. And also charges my phone. Thank you, micro USB port, thank you for being there for the better part of a decade, charging all of my devices to this day.
We're starting to sound like these really bad Budweiser commercials from 10 years ago. Like, thank you, Mr. Crazy decorated cab driver guy.
Oh yeah. Oh, was that Budweiser or was that Miller?
I don't. Well, I knew some beer company.
So
yeah.
It's so weird that we're talking about this now, because this is in every one of the cars I have, in every one of my camera bags, I have a micro USB cable, and attached to this micro USB cable, which, by the way, this one here, I don't know if you can see, is reversible. So I can put it in. You see that right there? So I can charge my phone. I can charge my cameras. I can charge a lot of different things. But my phone now, and that Chromebook I was talking about, charges via micro USB. So with this, I can just bloop right there. My iPod obviously my iPad charges via the Lightning.
Right.
You just get an adapter, a Lightning to micro USB. So this micro USB thing, man, it's gonna stick around. It's got staying power.
Yeah, does it?
So thank you, micro USB port. Just so happens it was gracing my leg. I was like, "What is touching?" Oh, micro USB.
It's the micro USB poking you, going, "Hey,
don't forget about me.
Don't forget to mention me."
So I'm gonna go out, find something to shoot, and something that'll also blow my mind. Oh, I'm using this. The drone. I'm using the drone a lot. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I haven't bid on the drone yet.
All right. Well,
I don't know.
Maybe it's wise. Maybe it's wise. I think something is coming soon.
Something's always showing up.
The rumor mills is like we're days away.
There's always something new.
Yeah.
That's there's never ending stream of new stuff to come out. But yeah, as long as you got a good use for it, makes you happy, have fun with it.
It says it's 91 degrees outside.
It's actually better than it's been for a while.
I don't handle the heat very well. I don't handle but it also looks like there's a breeze, so maybe I'll be okay. I'll be okay. But
let's go find out then.
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
See y'all next time, gang.
Sayonara.